Cheers. Hello. My name is Nina. Welcome to my channel and welcome to a new vlog. This week I'm doing a video inspired by this video that I saw, and I really love the idea of being able to do things that you enjoy before you start your regular workday. This is something that I've talked about before, and it is something that I try to do, but I don't actually always do, and this video really inspired me to try to do it for a week. I'm really busy at the moment. I am working a lot, which means that I don't always have time to do the fun things and the things that make me very happy outside of my job, obviously. So I thought this was an opportunity to really force myself to make time for this and to start my day off with something that I enjoy and that makes me happy and that will give me like energy for the day. So that is what I'm doing in this video. Every single day for this week, I woke up early and I did something I enjoy before I started work and I started getting ready for work. Every day this is very different. First of all, because my schedule is very different every day. So some days this meant that I had to get up at 6 and other days this could start at 8. Some days I went out of the house early to do something. Other days it was just an excuse to sit on the couch and play Stardew Valley. It's going a bit all over the place in this video, but it will hopefully show you a bit of all of the things that I enjoy and also how making specific time for something and like actually planning your time will make it easier to do the things that you enjoy. So I hope you enjoy this video. Let's start with Monday morning. Good morning. It is Monday. I chose a semi-easy day to start this challenge because today I don't have to go to like any of my early jobs. I am having a freelance day today, and I usually do once a week a freelance day with my friends where different friends who have freelance days will come to one person's house and we will work together there. And usually we have a bit of a later start. Our usual meetup time is like 10:30. I didn't really have to get up super early today. My alarm was set at 7, and then I just immediately got out of bed, made myself some tea, watched some YouTube, and now it is 7:30 and I am going to do the most trad wife thing I've maybe ever done. Also, one thing about if you're here in my house, in my kitchen, is that my cat loves to pretend that he is never fed. Now, mind you, he is fed very often, and he has like this automatic feeder that will feed him his food. So it doesn't really make sense that he's here screaming at me. But if you hear him, I don't know if you can hear him through the microphone, but you can probably see him. Whenever you're in my kitchen, you're gonna have to get used to him screaming at you, hoping that you will give him food. So anyway, I wanted to make some bread this morning so that I can take it to the freelance workday. The workday is at Leonie's house today, so I'm gonna bring this bread. Let me look up the recipe. I'm going to make some regular like yeast bread because my sourdough starter is not ready to be baked with, and also sourdough takes like minimum 2 days, and I want to bring this and eat this today. So I'm gonna just do a yeast dough that I can rise for like 2 or 3 hours and then bake, and then it will be ready. So we have flour, yeast, sugar, and salt. And then we need water. the dough is completely mixed, I'm going to let it rise for like an hour and a half. Last time I did 2 and then it was really big, so I'm gonna put it for an hour and a half first, and then we'll see if it's ready to bake. I just took the bread out of the oven. I turned them into small little buns. And now I am packing it up, if I can find what I'm looking for. So this morning was really nice. It did take me a lot longer to finish this bread than I thought I would. So I'm happy that I did this on a day where I was going to my freelance day, because I'm leaving like an hour later than I thought I was going to, even though I have made this bread before and I know the recipe. But that's fine. My friends and I don't really have a strict time, and I know they're gonna appreciate me bringing bread. So that's all good. While the bread was rising, I actually played some Stardew Valley, and I don't think I've ever played a game before work before. And that was so fun. I felt so much like a kid. And I also like the fact that I already did something that I really enjoy. Like, I would have never had time to make bread today if I didn't do it early in the morning. So yeah, I really liked it for the first day. I did start working at like 9 while the bread was still rising and doing its thing. Like, I didn't wait to start work. But I had so much time to do things before work that I usually would never do. Like today, after going to my friends, I'm going to a concert. So I would have not had the time to do any of these things. So that was really nice. I feel very much like there is a life outside of work. You know what I mean? So that's really nice. Like I said, tonight I'm going to a concert. So tomorrow is going to be a bit of a struggle, I think, because I have to leave for work at 8, and I'm probably not going to be home until like 1, hopefully a little bit earlier, but I'm expecting the worst so that it can hopefully be a bit better. I'm going to try to do at least 30 minutes of something that I enjoy before I go to work, but I think tomorrow is going to be the hardest day, because I also don't want to like not sleep, you know? And all of the other days I can go to sleep earlier. Like, I am in control of how late I sleep. But tonight, like I said, like, I am going to the concert, and it kind of depends on traffic and like how easy it is to get home. I did try to make it as good as possible and try to be able to go to bed as early as possible, because usually I go to concerts by train. But the train ride back is really long. So I asked my boyfriend, and he is nice enough to pick me up, which should mean that I'm home like an hour earlier than usual, which is really nice, because I still wanted to include tomorrow in this video as well. So I really want to be able to sleep enough that I can also get up early. But at least 30 minutes should be doable. And I think I'm going to choose like a chill activity to do. Maybe I'll just crochet or do something like write, journal, something like that. That's a bit more low-key. I'm now very quickly going to the work day because, like I said, I am an hour late, but I do bring fresh bread. So you win some, you lose some. Good morning. I woke up at 6:20. I went to bed a little before 1. I was in bed like, I think at 12:40, but my cat decided to get the zoomies right then and there. So it took me a little while to fall asleep. And then I woke up at 6:20 and I sat on the couch, or I lay on the couch for like 10 minutes, deciding if I was gonna sleep a little more or get up. And I got up. Here I am. My sleep tracker app that I've now been using for like 4 days because I got a new smart tracker. It's an ultra human ring. I'm still getting used to this thing, but it says that I slept for 5 hours and 35 minutes. It has a little orange exclamation mark next to it, like, girl, that's not enough. I also only achieved one of my 4 sleep goals, which is get up early. So that's great, but I always knew that I was gonna have not enough sleep. So I don't think these 30 minutes really will matter in terms of my sleep. And I do think they will matter in terms of my mood. So let's figure out what to do this morning. There's a few options of things that we can do together today. Part of me is like, it's very early. Let's do something chill. Let's just sit here, put on some TV show, maybe play the Switch or crochet. But another part of me is like, maybe do something weird, do something a bit out of my comfort zone. I was about to make some coffee and I realized that I'm actually out of some coffee ingredients. And there is a coffee shop about like halfway on my road to work that is open at 7. So I could get ready for work now, go to the coffee shop, get a coffee there, drink it there, and then go to work, which is a little bit insane, I have to admit. But it's also kind of fun. Also, there is a grocery store that is open at 7 as well, quite near that coffee shop. And I did not really plan out a lunch for today. I do have some options, but they're not my favorite options. So I think that's a plan right there. But that does mean that I need to get up right now to get like dressed, and I need to get out of the house really early, and I'm not really excited for that. But I am kind of excited to have a good cup of coffee and like read while I drink it before work. I think that's really nice. And if I cannot do that here, I guess I have to do it somewhere else.
Perfect bodies in the shallow blue, drifting faster than they should. Golden hour paints a dreamlike view. Even dreams start fading too. I am leaving, tell me what to do. I can feel us slipping away. Treading water, yeah, what's the use? I just say playing these games. Love drifts soft in the light. Come on, maybe at the poolside. Way too high, you're on my mind. We were never meant for this life. It's a wave and we're moving on. Summer's gone before.
Good morning. It is Wednesday morning now. I woke up before my alarm today, which was a bit crazy. I do have this wake up light that woke me up, but usually that's not enough. I usually need like the sound of my alarm, and I just woke up from the light today. To be fair, I did go to bed at like 9:30 yesterday. I was so done with yesterday. Yesterday night was not a great night. I was just having one of those nights where everything just went wrong. And every time something went wrong, I tried to like fix it and then pull myself together and like enjoy the rest of my night. And then something else would go wrong. It started with that I got home and I fed my cat, which I do every day when I get home. And after he finished his dinner, he lay on the couch with me and he was cuddling and he was like laying on my stomach, as we do every single night. And all of a sudden, he puked all over me, my clothes, and my couch. And I was completely covered in puke. And I had to like take apart my couch and wash everything. I had to wash my clothes immediately because I could not just clean it off. I think it took like 15 minutes to clean everything, and then I took a shower to completely clean myself, and I was like, you know what, it's fine. I am now showered, I'm in comfortable clothes, I will make my dinner, and then I will have a nice night. And then while I was having dinner, I got a text that something that I took like a lot of time and effort to plan and make work actually was not planned because someone said that they would do something and they were like, oh, actually, I'm not going to do it. And that just kind of threw me off again, partially because I spent so much time and effort on this, trying to make it work. And now I have to do it again to see if I can make it work a different way. And also just because I don't know, I asked someone for help and they said that they would do it. And then they kind of backtracked. And that just kind of upset me. And then I just tried to like continue enjoying my night. After dinner, I just sat on the couch and I wanted to play some Stardew Valley. And I just noticed that I was so tired and I was so annoyed that it just didn't really work anymore. So I just decided to go to bed very early, which I think was nice. I feel better now at 6:10, by the way. I think I'm just feeling a little bit down today, just a bit like low vibes. Which is fine. We're gonna have to work with it. But like I said, I did wake up at 6:10. It is now 7:10. So I did wake up early to have some time to myself. But I also decided that that time was just going to be spent sitting on the couch and watching YouTube videos, which I really enjoy doing. One of my favorite YouTubers uploaded. Her name is Hannah Elise. I love watching her videos. So whenever a new video of hers is up, I immediately want to watch it. So I watched that this morning. I now made a cup of coffee and I have a little bit of time to read before I have to get ready for work. So that's what I'm going to do. And then I'm just going to go to work. It's not as special and like crazy of a morning as it was yesterday and the day before, but I still feel like having had this time instead of I just noticed the difference when I wake up and I immediately have to get ready and into like prep mode. And then I go to work compared to like waking up and being able to exist for a little while and just kind of not do anything productive yet. Good morning. It is Thursday today. Today I have a bit of a different day than usual. I don't know if this is a thing for like other countries. I don't know what it's called in English. But when you're a teacher, every year you have certain like study days and all the kids are free. But the teachers are like meeting up to do more study about whatever subject you're teaching. Which means that today I'm meeting up with a bunch of colleagues and have like workshops and stuff. And to be honest, I don't want to go. Like, don't get me wrong, it's going to be a fun day, but the workshops I am signed up for are just not necessarily very relevant to the actual work that I do because there's not a lot of our teachers in my field. Our teachers are much more common in high school and not in the age group that I teach it in. So I'm one of the few. I know one of my friends who I met at my study, who is also an art teacher in the age group that I am, will be there. So that's going to be fun. But the workshops itself are much more catered towards like general teachers. And you could sign up for a workshop. And I signed up for one that I'm kind of interested in, but it just does not really feel very relevant. So last night I was like, what can I do in the morning to make myself a little bit more excited for the day? So I looked up a coffee shop that was near where I need to be today because I actually enjoyed going to the coffee shop so much the other day. It was so nice and I felt so good the rest of the day. So I was like, let me go to that coffee shop, get myself a nice drink, sit there and read my book, and then I am actually excited to start the day. So that was my plan. However, it is now 8:22. I have to leave in like 5 minutes. And what went wrong is not that I didn't get up. I got up on time, but I got up and I was like, you know what? Let me play one day of Stardew Valley, because I also really enjoyed playing Stardew Valley in the morning the other day. So I was like, let me just play one day. So of course that did not happen. I played multiple days and I played the whole morning. I had a really great time, don't get me wrong. Like, I really, really enjoyed it. But I did not go to the coffee shop. I might do it more often though, because like I said, I really, really enjoyed it. And I feel like the only way I can play Stardew Valley in the morning is if I have a certain time that I have to leave. If I'm working from home, I will never stop. So now I knew I had to leave at like 8:40. So I know I am going to stop in time to be able to be on time for work. So this was actually perfect. I had a really nice morning. Tomorrow, the new Taylor Swift album comes out. Now, I am not as excited as I usually am. I feel like the hype for the Showgirl album has not really caught up to me. I'm not really hyped for it. However, me and my best friend, my long distance bestie, have a tradition where on the day of the album release, we get up really early, because when the album releases, it is 6 a.m. in the morning here. So she will usually come over to my place the night before. We will get up really early and we will listen to the album right away at 6 together. So that is tomorrow. I'm really excited. That's also part of this video, because this is like getting up early for a hobby. So that's funny. But yeah, no, that is just one of those traditions that I hope we will do for the rest of our lives. Once or twice during COVID, we've done it over the phone. Like I said, it's a long distance bestie. She lives about 4 hours away. So it's usually a pretty big hassle to get her here or to get me there. But this weekend, she's coming over. So I'm seeing her tonight. So I'm really, really excited about that. So that's what I'm going to have in my head for the rest of the day. And I'm going to try to enjoy it as much as I can. But I had a really nice morning. I'm really glad that I spent it the way I did. So I really like this video so far. I like the activities from the video that I'm doing. I'm enjoying myself, but I also feel like this is a really fun video to make and hopefully to watch. So anyway, I'll see you tomorrow. I temporarily forgot why we're doing this. Sleep duration 4 hours and 0 minutes. 2 full sleep cycles. All right, let's do this. Cheers. Genius.com. Okay, expectations.
I think it will sound better than the last album, but ja, ik denk niet dat ik heel enthousiast ga zijn.
For the video, I think it must be said that both of us have not really been actively listening to Taylor Swift at all for like a year. So, this is going off of pure willpower.
Hell yeah, brother. Wishlist met een $sign cancelled in hoofdletters.
It's giving reputation, wel.
It's giving cringe.
Ja, same thing.
Ja.
Ik hoop dat Wood Stardew Valley gerelateerd is.
Number Iridium X13 Woods. It's a good luck day. Extra Woods.
Ja.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm afraid I might like it. Catchy, I guess. I just don't like Travis Kelce.
Hey, het is allemaal niet echt devastating of zo.
Nee. Oh.
Oké, zo goed vibes. Mojito.
Sweet like Malibu.
Oh ja.
Oh.
Hou eens op. Stop. Het gaat over Charlie XCX. 100% zeker. Ik wist niet dat ze dat mocht zeggen.
Oh, I love deze.
Ja.
Dit is echt by far my favorite.
Ja, over Brad, hè? Ja.
Ja. Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
Girl, shut the fuck up. New height of manhood.
Yeah.
I am not a fan of this. Good for you, girl.
The prophecy was broken, hè?
Stop even met mensen bitches noemen.
Ik vond de vrouwen er naartoe interessanter en daar was ik al niet into. En noem het alsjeblieft geen girlboss en 2 keer vrouwen bitches noemen.
Ja,
En
ja, nee, I agree.
ik vind het beste vind ik goed.
Yeah. This is the end of the video. It's a bit of a weird ending because I didn't really talk to you at all on Friday, but like you saw, we listened to the new Taylor Swift album. I do not like it. I'm glad I'm not a music review channel. I'm not gonna like go deep into my opinions about this album, but let's just say that we were a bit disappointed. So that's sad. If you listen to it, let me know what you think. But I think the point of this video really succeeded. I feel like I had so much more time this week. I felt so fulfilled in everything I was doing. And especially on the days where I was, for example, working as a teacher, I feel like those days are usually so surrounded around my job, and everything that I do on that day is somehow related to my job. So the fact that I got to do something like just for me first was really nice and really special, and I really liked it. It did, however, mean that I had a lot less sleep than I would usually like to get. So it is a bit of a struggle. I feel like some days I managed to go to bed early enough that it wasn't that big of a deal to get up early, but then some days I just woke up very tired, and I did kind of catch up on sleep on the weekend. So I don't know if that is the best way to go, but somewhere in the middle there is space for both. This was a very fun experiment to do. I hope it was fun to watch. Thank you so much for watching. It really means a lot. And I will hopefully see you again next week. Bye!